Au centre de l'archipel des îles Canaries, jadis nommées les îles fortunées par les poètes de l'Antiquité, une histoire en appelle à la mémoire des hommes. C'est celle de Tenerife. Parmi les 7 îles que compte cet archipel, elle est la plus vaste, mais aussi la plus visitée chaque année. Sa particularité est le volcan endormi qui en est au cœur, le mont Teide, qui culmine à 3710 mètres d'altitude. Depuis 1909, ce monstre apaisé ne vomit plus de flammes, ni ne souffle ses fumées endiablées. Mais il n'en nourrit pas moins dans ses entrailles un feu dévorant qui, au gré de la colère des dieux, ne demande qu'à jaillir. Les traces de son courroux sont toujours visibles sur l'île. Le basalte ainsi qu'une multitude d'autres roches volcaniques y sont nombreuses. Les cavités souterraines y abondent et on raconte que certaines renfermeraient d'incroyables quantités d'or. Mais si ces ressources n'ont pas été exploitées, c'est parce que l'on craignait que les Anglais ne s'emparent des richesses des Canaries. La trace de la plus ancienne des civilisations que l'on trouve à Tenerife nous vient des Guanches. Cette intrigante peuplade qui momifiait ses morts et dont l'histoire se perd dans les arcanes de l'île avait basé son calendrier sur des cycles lunaires. Les yeux tournés vers les cieux, leur destin était régi par leur unique Dieu qu'ils appelaient le Créateur, un Dieu qui en vint à les abandonner quand les Espagnols se dressèrent aux portes de leur paradis perdu. Longtemps, on a pensé que les énigmatiques pyramides de Guimard de l'île étaient attribuées aux Guanches. Mais des fouilles archéologiques réalisées en 1991 n'ont pas permis de valider ces hypothèses. Bien au contraire, l'origine de ces constructions reste encore à élucider. Lorsque l'on s'enfonce dans les mythes de l'île de Tenerife, une porte vers l'inconnu s'ouvre et nous entraîne dans des histoires de géants et d'Atlantide. Les Guanches croyaient en l'existence d'êtres géants et prétendaient que des os étaient ensevelis au pied du mont Teide. On raconte que ces restes seraient ceux de ces descendants atlantes oubliés. Au-delà du mythe, Tenerife est le lieu d'étranges phénomènes et d'observations. Les apparitions d'ovnis y sont nombreuses, et partout, des témoins rapporteraient des observations. Des êtres exogènes auraient été observés sur l'île. On parle de différentes espèces qui cohabiteraient avec les habitants de l'île, et des témoins rapporteraient même avoir vu des êtres titanesques. nous avons décidé de nous rapprocher d'un chercheur et ufologue afin d'en apprendre davantage sur tous ces étranges phénomènes. Diego, un expérienceur, nous ouvre ses portes et nous invite à pénétrer les arcanes inexplorés de Tenerife.
Bonjour Diego.
Hello.
Est-ce que tu pourrais te présenter s'il te plaît?
Well, my name is Diego Lorenzoni. I come from Italy, but since 11 years I live here on Tenerife Island, and I am a UFO researcher, and I love this word about UFO, extraterrestrial, and many things, phenomena around these beautiful things.
Ça fait combien de temps que tu es ufologue?
Well, I learned this phenomena since 32 years. When I was very young, I started.
Est-ce que tu peux nous parler un peu de ce qui se passe ici à Tenerife?
Well, I moved to Tenerife 11 years ago, but my first time on the island was in 1999. And I don't know why, but Tenerife called my attention anytime since many years. And in 2011, I decided to move from Italy to Tenerife. And when I arrived here on the island, I saw that on the island there was a very nice things about ufology, UFO or OVNI in Spanish language, and I contact with many people about this word, but they were old people. They don't move a lot at night or in the morning, because sure, I can understand they are a little bit old. And for this reason, I opened my own web page and Facebook page. That one was in 2013. Okay, and from this, more or less this time, I want to explain this identify flying object in all the Canary Islands, because I work just about this island. Sure, I know what in the world happens, but my job is just 99% about the Canary Islands. And the reason that I moved here was sure the sky, because here we have one of the best sky in the world, and there is a very nice connection between human people and the nature. And for me, nature is the must. And then here you can go to everywhere, and you can speak with everybody, and this theme is normal. It is not something strange if you speak about aliens, about UFO, because for many years, and at the present day too, we saw and we see a lot UFO aliens contact with another different kind of beings from different parts of the universe. And that one is very important. And that one is very nice. Here the sky is amazing at night.
Est-ce que tu peux nous parler un petit peu de ce volcan, le Teide, qu'on trouve justement au centre de l'île? C'est important et j'ai cru comprendre qu'il s'y passait des choses assez intéressantes, non?
Yes, the volcano of the Teide, the Mount Teide, is just in the middle of the island of Tenerife. It is not so small, but it is a very big volcano. That one is one of the most important volcano in the world, because it is around just above the sea the sea of it is around 3,780 meters above sea level, but from the ground floor till the top there are around 8,000 meters. Okay, I love the Teide National Park, and the volcano is only 500,000 years old. Geologically speaking, it's not too old. And this volcano is very nice, and here by the Teide National Park we have a lot of pictures and videos every year from tourists, from myself or from the other people I received this information. And I have hundred and hundred videos every year and pictures about a strange object flying above the Teide National Park or just above the island. And my job is very important because I wanted to share with all the people that we can see on the island, not only here on Tenerife, but in all the Canary Islands, because our islands are one of the best 5 places in the world for this kind of things. For this reason, when I speak with people like you, for example, and we speak about the best places in the world, one is Tenerife, and one of the best places is the Teide National Park. For this reason, every night per week I go to the Teide at night and in the morning too, and I do pictures, and I catch a lot of strange things. And I don't want to remember you and all the people too, that since 1988 we here in the Canary Islands we have laws against the main important pollution that we have at the moment in our modern society. So the first one is the light pollution, a very big enemy at the moment. Then we have laws against radioelectric and atmospheric pollution and high roots. For this reason, since 1988 it's strictly forbidden to cross the land above the Canary Islands. And for this reason, in the Teide National Park and in many places, we cannot see aeroplanes, but the aeroplanes must stay along the coastal line. For this reason, it's very important to speak about this law, because it's impossible to observe a plane, a passenger plane, sure, when speaking about these companies, just above the Teide National Park or on La Palma Island too, because here we have 2 very important observatories, and we want to protect the sky. For this reason, that one is not so good. And if you visit our island, you can observe that the aeroplane staying just above the sea, above the ocean. For this law is in 1988. That one is very good because sure we can protect the sky, and we have no more object in the sky, and that one is so easy when you want to find another things at night and in the morning too. And that one is very, very important rule for the Canary Islands in general.
Tu peux nous parler de ta première observation? Alors, pas spécialement ici, mais de manière générale dans ta vie.
Okay. Well, my first observation was 32 years ago when I was very young. I was 11 years old. And for 1 week, me and 30 people more, we saw on a very small mountain in my village in Italy 7 white spheres. And they were moving in the sky just at night, because in the morning sky there was nothing about this mountain. The mountain is around 1,200 meters above sea level. My village is very, very little village in Tuscany, and there is nothing, okay? No disco, this kind of light that you can see in parties, laser, this kind of things, nothing. And I am speaking about 32 years ago, okay, not 10 years ago. I was very young. And for 1 week, me and these people, we saw this light in the sky every night. And I spoke with my parents about, I want to go there because I want to observe what it is. And my parents, no, you cannot because they are too young, maybe they are dangerous, we don't know what they are, etc., etc. Okay, but in the same week, I remember that closer to my house, more or less 100 meters away, we have some field, okay, and I saw two boats floating just above the ground, more or less 1 meter above the level. And the one was very, very blue. It was this kind of electric blue that we have today about lasers, for example. And the other was very, very red. And I remember that I saw these two lights, and then I don't remember nothing more. It was strange because I don't remember that I went to my house, but I remember just the field, close to the main road, these two lights, one and one, close to them, and nothing more. And it was strange. I saw more or less the same thing here on Tenerife 4 years ago, just here, just closer to my house, in the sky at 1 o'clock a.m. till 1:30 a.m. It was just for 30 minutes I saw with a friend of mine these two things in the sky. One was blue and the other was red again. I don't know, but now I am thinking about these things. Maybe it was the same things, I don't know, but it was strange. For this reason my favorite colors are blue and red, because I don't know why, but I have a nice connection with these two colors. I don't know why.
Alors, quelle a été la plus incroyable observation que toi tu as fait ici à Tenerife?
Well, here on Tenerife, I had many, and but maybe the most was when one night I went to the Teide National Park with another 3 guys. That one was a private tour, just about UFO. And we arrived to the Teide. We went to a place where usually I can see something strange in the sky. And it was very, very nice night with a billion and billion stars in the sky. There was no tourists, nobody, because it was around 12:30 a.m. Okay, very, very late. And I remember that in this area of the Teide National Park, we saw a red object in the sky. The object was here, and then he moved a little bit, stopped, moved a little bit more, stopped 4 or 5 times. Okay. And then around 1 o'clock, one of these guys asked me, "Oh, if you want, we can do something special." Okay, if you want, I said to them, if you want, we can go to another place in the national park, and we stop there because this area after 1 o'clock is very, very active. We can see usually a different strange and things in the sky. Okay, we went to this place. I parked my car here, and we stay more or less 3 meters away from the car, and in 5-6 minutes my car closed. Okay, I open again the car, and another time it's closed again. And at the third time, we can see from this place in the Teide National Park, we can see a very big white sphere, more or less 2 meters and a half diameter. And this sphere appears from the nothing, and this sphere arrives closer to us. Maybe all the time that we saw this sphere was around 5 minutes, okay? And the sphere arrives step by step to our place, and when this transparent sphere arrived closer to us, we saw inside it an alien. It was a grey alien. We saw just from this part of the body to up, no legs, nothing. But it was no normal, because I think it was something like hologram, because this sphere was white, but we saw what there was behind it, and it was the same thing behind the body of this alien. And these things, this alien with this sphere disappear into the bush. Another very important thing that happens in the Teide National Park, in the same place, but in the morning time at 12:35 in the morning, was in 2016 in this area, where we saw in the sky, because we were 3 people, we saw in the sky a very big ship, more or less 10 meters long, just floating in the sky. And we took a picture about these things, and we can see a very important object just in the sky at 1 o'clock in the morning, at 13 hours. And it was amazing because nobody saw this one, just me and the other 2 friends. And it was so nice, because for this law that I spoke before, this kind of object that cannot fly above this area, and it is not a drone because it's very, very huge. We are speaking about 10 meters long, and it was amazing. We took some pictures, and then boom, disappears. And I saw different kind of ships with different forms, and not only here but on La Palma Island too, close to Tenerife. Because sometimes I move to La Palma because I have some friends, and they can go to catch this UFO at night or in the morning by camera, by pictures and these kind of things. And it is very, very interesting, because here we have a lot of them every day.
Okay. Tu as parlé d'extraterrestres de type petit gris, donc comme ceux que tu as vus dans cette lumière, mais combien d'êtres de types différents ont été rapportés ici, de par les gens que tu connais ou même que tu as rencontrés?
Well, here on the island since 1600, we speak about different kind of aliens or angels. Depends, because it depends the way that you can see this situation. But for example, we saw on the island different kind of gray. These very, very little gray, very short grays, 1.30, 1.40 meters tall, till the big one, okay, 2 meters, 2 meters and 30. And then here on the island we speak that some people saw different kind of reptilians, and some people saw usually in different places on this island on Tenerife, usually just close to the Montaña Roja, close to the South Airport, and close to the Guimar, where the pyramids are. There is a very important canyon. Its name is Barranco de Badajoz. Well, there a lot of people saw these people with blonde and long eye, blue eyes, very, very tall. We are speaking about 2 meters, okay, with a very white and very shiny dress, but they were women and men, okay. And a lot of people saw these things over the centuries, and they are the typical. And then here we have these kind of things. And here on the island, I saw, for example, 2 different kind of aliens. They are not the traditional that we can see. One is it was very, very tall. I think around 2 meters, 2 meters and 15, 20. And it was very, very white, very, very slim. And it was a super, 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 super bright white. It was amazing. And the other, they were a little bit lighter, but they were white. But this white was very, very bright. But I think maybe they were around 1 meters and 30, 1 meters and 40, and with very big black eyes, and they are very deep black eyes. And it was very amazing because I was alone when I see them, and I have no proofs about them because I saw them maybe for, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I don't remember, because the times is not the same when you say we can see these things. And
qu'est-ce que tu as ressenti à ce moment-là? Intérieurement, tu as ressenti quelque chose de particulier? Tu étais choqué?
No, I was very, very calm. It was very good sensation, and I was very happy to see something different, because it is something, I think, something special that maybe you can see just one life or just one time in all your life. For this reason, for me, it was very amazing. I was not afraid. It was amazing. But sure, you are alone, and sometimes I respect a little bit them. Okay, I am not afraid, but it's okay. And it was amazing. It was the same thing about the other my encounters with aliens here on the island, because at the moment I saw 6 aliens of 5 different species.
Et est-ce que tu peux nous en dire un peu plus?
Well, my first one was a reptilian, and it was my first time. I remember very, very well. I was in the north of the island. I was taking a flight from Tenerife to La Palma for a job, and I remember that in the middle of the airport, in the north airport, I saw just a project about buildings that they are building on this area, and I remember that I don't know why, but in 2 seconds somebody told me, please turn to this side again, and I did it, and I saw close to this project a very big alien. It was amazing because it was many years before the COVID restriction. In the airport there were a lot of people everywhere. Okay, for this reason I remember that it was very important, because I saw this reptilian, this alien, but nobody saw this being, and it was amazing. I remember that it was very tall. I think it was around 2 meters and 30 centimeters. It was very big being.
Comment il était habillé?
It was well, I remember just the colors, the head, the hands and the feet are green, like the skin was like a snake skin. Okay, it was very gray, and I remember that the eyes were yellow, and just here on the head, we have something strange, like arms, or I don't know about something. It was similar, okay, and I saw it, and he saw me for 1 minute maybe, and then I did this movement, and when I arrived again, no, nothing more. There was no aliens. It was very interesting because on the skin he had like a Superman dress, okay, very little, but very close.
Un peu comme une combinaison.
Yeah, it was very close to the skin, and we saw all the muscles just under this dress. It was amazing. It was very big. Sure, I am 1.84, meters tall. And this one was very, very big. I was just a little bit smaller. And it was amazing. It was amazing because I think it was around 2:30.
Est-ce que tu penses que cet être aurait pu ne pas être là physiquement et plutôt se trouver sur un autre plan? Je veux dire, est-ce que tu penses que ça aurait pu être une sorte d'hologramme, par exemple?
No, it was not a hologram because I remember that behind this man, I couldn't see behind it because there was the body of this being and there was just the body. It is not the same thing that I saw in the International Park because I saw the body of this being, but I could see behind the body what there was. No, here it was totally different. I think it was a physics there in this time, in this place with me years ago.
Et comment tu pourrais expliquer que tu étais le seul finalement à pouvoir le voir?
Well, I think that when we are children, when we are very, very little, we have no filter in our mind. We can see a lot of things. And then years by years, we have more and more filter in our minds, and we can see lesser and lesser. Maybe a lot of people like me, they have not a lot of filter in my hands, in my brain, and we can see the same thing that we saw when we were very, very young. I think that one is my explication about why I can see them and why the other people cannot see them.
Okay, that's clear. And, est-ce que les autorités ici, elles sont au courant de ce qui se passe sur l'île, de ces observations d'êtres, d'extraterrestres? Est-ce qu'il arrive que les gens ici rapportent aux autorités ce qu'ils voient?
Well, here on the island, if you speak with all the people, a lot of people can tell you different stories, different things. But when we speak about authority, when we speak about the main important that we have here on the island, they don't speak about these things because it is a taboo. And I don't know why, but I tried for many years to speak with some of these people to take something, information about them, but they don't want to speak about UFO, aliens. But sure, here on the island we have a lot of things. Maybe a lot of people saw something in the sky in the morning or at night, but they don't want to speak about these phenomena.
Est-ce que ces phénomènes arrivent tout le temps, ou bien il y a des périodes un peu propices ou particulières où justement on peut les observer?
Well, I am sure because I ask to my brain this question, but I think that every day we have UFO everywhere, and they are here every day at every time, but we cannot see because we are little and we can do our classic life every day, and we cannot look at the sky. For this reason, I think that they are everywhere. There is not just one period where we can see more or less, but any day is a good day if you want to see something in the sky.
Ok, bah écoute, on a terminé avec les questions, mais il y a quelque chose dont tu as oublié de nous parler concernant justement tes activités. Je crois qu'il y a une radio ici où tu interviens parfois, c'est ça?
Yeah. In 2013, I said that I created the web page ovnicanarias.es, like Spain, and on Facebook and Instagram it is UFO Tenerife Islas Canarias, where I can speak about these things just on the island. And since 4 years, I have 2 radio programs here on the island, one in the south, one in the north of the island, where I speak about these things. And I worked and I work with newspaper, with magazine, with TVs too, because I record some videos for different television, and because a lot of people want to find the truth, and they want to explain what these things are. I worked with Instagram, with YouTubers, with many people, and for this reason I think that that one is very good for my page, but that one is very good for the islands, because it is a very good opportunity for another kind of business for us, because we work with tourists 99%. That one is another opportunity, and for this reason, since 1 year, I do with a company. We can do 1 or 2 times per month tours where I can speak about UFO, aliens, of these things, and we visit very main places on the island, where over the centuries or during the last 100 years, we saw different kind of UFO, different kind of aliens, where we had contact with another kind of beings, and we move to this place, and at the moment it is another way to do something about ufology, and that one is very good because we are full anytime, and in these tours I speak about the connection between the Canary Islands and the sky, the Canary Islands and the UFO, because we have the Mount Teide, because it's the only mountain that we have just in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, because mountains close to us are just in the United States or Europe or in Africa, but we need some hours by plane. For this reason, we are just in the middle, and the volcano is very powerful. And just here, just above the Canary Islands, we have one of the lay dragon, or the dragon lays, where we have this powerful line of our beautiful planet. One of this one crosses just the area just above the Canary Islands. That one is very important, because here we can feel a lot of energy, not only here in the Teide National Park, but in many places on the island. That one is very important, and for this reason, sometimes when I do private tour about this kind of things, we go to these places and we can do this different kind of things, and sometimes we can see, not all the time, but sometimes we can see something strange in the sky. We can have a report, we can do pictures. The last one now, the last tour we did this tour in El Médano, close to the Red Mountain, close to the southern airport, and we saw a strange thing in the sky with the group. Well, we did some pictures, and in one of these pictures we saw something strange. It is not a bird, it is not an aeroplane, it's not normal, but it is something different.
Est-ce que tu as entendu dire que les îles Canaries pourraient être un ancien lieu lié à l'Atlantide? Est-ce que tu crois justement qu'on pourrait faire un lien entre ces légendes, ces mythes, et les observations qu'on peut avoir ici?
Well, I think that there is not. That is my opinion. Sure, there is not there is no connection between the Canary Islands and Atlantis, because Platon said that it was closer to Gibraltar. Okay, this area. For this reason, I think it is not the place where the Canary Islands are. Maybe there was something, but sorry, but I am not sure about this legend. That one is my opinion, sure. Because we didn't find things about Atlantis here in the Canary Islands. Maybe we have a lot of caves, we have a lot of things underwater, but at the moment we have no proofs about this area.
Merci beaucoup, Diego.
Well, thank you very much for your time too. Okay, and if you want to follow me, you can by Facebook, Instagram, and there I put all the information that we have about UFO on the island.
Merci, Diego.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot.